Now live on 10 Tampa Bay.
A tropical system forming as it takes aim at the Florida coast. We break down the brand new track and timing right now.
Pushing back on price gouging. How some businesses are taking advantage of you.
Keeping you informed, prepared, and connected. You're watching 10 Tampa Bay.
And you're watching 10 Tampa Bay. I'm Jamison Euler.
I'm Caitlin Lockerbie. It's Tuesday, September 24th. A busy one, but a nice one. That's the good news this morning. Let's get right to meteorologist Amanda Pappas. We have a clear day ahead, smooth sailing for this Tuesday to get prepared for this storm.
Good morning to you. We have the latest National Hurricane Center advisory cone 5 a.m. while you were sleeping. The system now posing the threat along our coast, of course, and issuing those hurricane watches. That's the latest that you need to know as you're waking up in terms of the hurricane. However, we do see for today that it's going to be beautiful outside. We really see dry air is going to come and help us out. Right now we're sitting at 78 degrees, dew point at 72, and we only have about a 10 to 20% chance for rain today, and that's going to primarily come from about 3 to 6 o'clock. So check your hurricane kits, and pro tip here, make sure to get those portable chargers just in case we see that power go out. I would just do that along with the water. But for right now, let's take a check of those roads. How's traffic, Sarah? Oh, actually, let's go to Caitlin.
All right, we are getting you prepared this morning. In just hours, you'll get an update from the governor out of Tallahassee. DeSantis already declaring a state of emergency for 41 counties in our state, including 7 in our area: Citrus, Hernando, Pasco, Pinellas, Hillsborough, Manatee, and Sarasota this morning.
Governor DeSantis tweeted, "Now is the time to prepare, since we may start feeling the effects of this storm by sometime tomorrow." 10 Tampa Bay's Jenny Dean joins us live in downtown Tampa. Jenny, today is really kind of the best day weather-wise to finalize all of our emergency plans and to get ready.
Absolutely. Good morning, Caitlin and Jamison. We are just getting word from the governor that he will speak to everyone at 9:30 today, along with the chief of Florida's Division of Emergency Management, just letting everyone know what types of preparations they are making. And right now, there are no evacuation orders, but that could change very quickly throughout the day. So you need to know where you would go if you are ordered to evacuate. And if you are going to have to go to a shelter, what you'd need to take to that shelter. Also making plans for your pets or anyone in your family with special medical needs. We are going to be getting updates today. As we mentioned, the governor's going to talk at 9:30. We're going to be getting updates from local county and city officials talking about their plans, how they're going to prepare for the storm, and how they're helping residents prepare for the storm. And this stuff is going to be coming in quickly as we go through the morning. We have one spot where you can see all of that information. It is the free 10 Tampa Bay app. Just make sure you have it downloaded, and then you can go to our hurricane headquarters. We're going to update you on the track of the storm and any other information you need to know, whether it's evacuation orders, shelters opening up, schools closing. All of that stuff will be right there in one place for you to have access to. We're live in Tampa. Jenny Dean, 10 Tampa Bay.
All right, Jenny, thank you. Shifting to the roads now, Sarah, kind of business as usual today. Everybody's still going to school. Everybody's still going to work. We're probably going to be preparing after all that.
Yeah, we're going to be getting ready. We always see when the storm heads our way. This is when Florida Highway Patrol and all our local officials get together and say, hey, how are these roads? Are they safe? Is it going to be okay for you to get out? And we'll be keeping you bridges. Here's what it looks like across our Sunshine Skyway Bridge. This is one of the main bridges that shuts down. We know when wind speeds top 40 miles an hour, they say, okay, not safe to drive. You're going to have to find some alternate routes, and those routes include 41 and I-75 for my drivers headed through the area. Also, looking at the rest of our Tampa Bay area roads, as you just get out the door today, things are looking good. Our bridges are all up to speed right now as you are on your Tuesday morning ride. Hope everything is going great for you today as you're driving. And also looking at some of these drive times, we do see some slowdown, some stop and go traffic already along I-4 as you're going to be headed westbound from that Polk County area over towards I-75. So maybe give yourself a couple extra minutes as these delays already building right now at 6:05 a.m. No big crashes to tell you about as we get our morning started. Only a reported fire right now, Laurel Oak Lane, a building fire reported at Bay Laurel Court. Caitlin Jameson.
Well, the record rainfall that we've seen over the past 6 weeks is making storm preps a little more difficult for some areas this time around.
Yeah, today the city of St. Petersburg, their drainage cleaning operation is in the western part of the city after taking care of the eastern side yesterday. The city has already started to drain a few inches from Lake Magori in South St. Pete. Storm water drains into the lake, and which then dumps into the bay from Salt Creek. And with the ground already saturated, it might not take much for flooding.
Since Lake Magori is so large, it's just a few inches gets us a lot of capacity.
The more rain you get, the more runoff you get, and the more debris you get. So we come into that situation a lot where we have continuous rains.
Stormwater management is also out on the streets with sweepers and rapid response teams clearing drains and removing debris. Time now 6:06. We're also tracking potential impacts to local schools. We're just hours away now from Pinellas County Schools making a decision by 11 a.m. today on canceling school. Right now, Hernando County will close schools and district offices for Wednesday and Thursday. This comes as they prepare to serve as storm shelters. All other districts across the Tampa Bay area right now still operating as normal until further notice.
Now this morning, you do need to know your evacuation zone and storm surge zone ahead of the storm. Right now, you can head over to 10tampabay.com. We have tools there to help you see what zone you're in, when you need to leave if evacuations are called here. We also have a list of sandbag sites on our website from Citrus County down to Venice and Northport as well.
And don't be surprised if you see an increase of plane activity at MacDill today. Base leadership tells 10 Tampa Bay they are moving the KC-135 Stratotankers off base and away from the storm. We're told the planes will return once conditions are favorable to land. And remember, you can stay informed, prepared, and connected throughout this storm with the 10 Tampa Bay Plus streaming app. We have the latest storm tracks, the impacts, the forecast. You can download it for free on Roku, Fire TV, or Apple TV. As you wake up this morning, a Sarasota man is sitting behind bars in Manatee County after killing a man over the weekend. Sarasota police say 42-year-old Jeremy Shannon shot and killed a 56-year-old man on Sunday afternoon right near the intersection off of MLK Way and North Osprey Avenue. U.S. Marshals arrested him at home in Ellington on Monday.
Happening in just hours, Tampa Bay is getting more healthcare options. The Tampa Housing Authority is hosting a grand opening for Bell Pharmacy. It's an inclusive health option for you for the LGBTQ plus community. The new pharmacy is at Encore Tampa. Grand opening is at noon today on Ray Charles Boulevard. Several city leaders plan to be there, including Mayor Jane Castor.
Looking ahead and happening tomorrow, a judge is set to hear arguments over the proposed abortion amendment. Right now, the group Floridians Protecting Freedom is asking the judge to stop the state from spreading, quote, misinformation about the ballot measure. The group says the state broke the law by using it would protect abortion rights across the state to Roe versus Wade standards. That ballot measure in November needs 60% of the vote to pass.
New for you this morning, the U.S. News and World Report issuing its latest college rankings. Let's take a look how the Sunshine State shakes out here. Right now, the University of Florida ranking 30th nationally, 7th best public college here in the country. Florida State ranked 54th overall. USF coming in 91st overall, 45th for public schools. New College in Sarasota ranking as the 7th best public liberal arts school in the nation. Princeton University taking the top spot as best school in the country.
All right. Harvard and Yale not happy with that one this morning. Hey, take a look at this. Right now, there's a new species of sharks swimming out in the 7 seas. Damian Chapman, a researcher with Moat Marine Lab and Aquarium, helped make that discovery. The new hammerhead shark species named after Paul Allen, the founder of Microsoft. Its common name is the shovelbill shark. It's similar to the bonnethead shark, and it's a smaller hammerhead shark, with it living in the waters between Belize and Brazil.
Shovelbill shark?
Yeah.
Say that 5 times fast.
I was going to say for all the shark heads out there. Love this news. All right, next here on 10 Tampa Bay, a best and final offer for Boeing workers, according to the company.
Yeah, just 10 minutes, a breakdown of that new offer and how long both sides have to agree on it.
And taking you outside on this Tuesday in downtown Tampa, we're getting you informed, prepared, and connected ahead of the storm. A full look at your forecast with meteorologist Amanda Pappas in just minutes.
10 Tampa Bay with Jamison Euler, Caitlin Lockerbie, meteorologist Amanda Pappas, and traffic with Sarah Rosario.
This morning, all maintenance work is finished on the Lake Manatee Dam just ahead of this pending storm. Crews say that the work was routine, not connected to major flooding that happened last month. At this hour, the county says the water level is just below its target level.
Yeah, and the county says they will keep an eye on it and could potentially reduce levels even further if needed. But they say either way, neighbors should take precautions to protect themselves against any possible flooding. Well, heads up for those in Sarasota County. Government offices are closed today as government leaders prepare for the storm. Trash pickup will run as normal, as well as all breeze bus and trolley routes. Bringing in meteorologist Amanda Pappas. A lot of folks waking up on their phones this morning, seeing a warning alert or those types of things, and now they're seeing a 3 on this cone of uncertainty at this point.
As you were sleeping, here's the major change. We have hurricane watches and tropical storm watches in effect for our area. Also seeing that, yes, major hurricane status at landfall is possible as well. So here's a quick overview, just in case you're sleeping and you're waking up and you're going, what do I need to know? Well, here's the latest and greatest and the impacts that you need to know about for this morning, So what we are seeing is that system, yes, has now produced our area with a hurricane watch in effect. Let's go ahead and play that out for you if this system wants to cooperate. Thank you. Here we go. We see hurricane, tropical storm, and storm surge watches have been issued, rightfully so. We'll have Helene later today, Hurricane Helene by Wednesday. The system will be a hurricane pushing into the Gulf by Wednesday. And then as this hurricane is passing, that means that we could see major surge. Even though some of our areas are not in the cone, we are still going to feel impacts far outside of the center of that cone. So you can't focus on that. The major thing is that this system will become a major hurricane, either a Cat 2 or a Cat 3, and also making landfall along the Big Bend of Florida. We can't rule out a Cat 4 either, because some of the models are showing that. So we don't want to scare you. We just want to inform you and make sure you're prepared. If you haven't been listening, please listen to me now. A Category 3 hurricane will make landfall somewhere along the Big Bend, and it's going to bring surge to our area, 5 to 8 feet. That's your surge. Rain, 4 to 8 inches. Some areas higher than that. And then also isolated tornadoes are possible Wednesday evening. And in addition to that, we'll have windy conditions. So the timing is going to be late Wednesday for feeling the